On the last parts, we completed the design for the movie details page, where we designed all the 4 sections of that page. On this part, we are going to design another important page, which is the search page. So in here, if you navigate to the final app, you'll see in here on the top right, the search bar. Let us type in here Breaking Bad, for example, which is this movie in here, and click search. You'll see that you are being redirected to another page, which is the search page. Down here you have the results for the Breaking Bad, which is the movie that we searched for, and down here a table with results. And you can see that in the results you have the numbers, so 1, 2, 3, then you have the movie cover, you have the movie title, a short description, and the action buttons. In the action buttons you have 2 buttons. The first one is the trailer button, which is going to open a pop-up with the movie trailer. We are going to design this part or this pop-up on the next part. And the details button, which when you click will redirect you to the movie details page. So now let us go to Visual Studio Code and design the search page. The first thing that I'll do in here is that I'll go to the source folder, then inside the source folder I'll go to the app folder and then components folder. In the components folder, I'll just check for the search component, and you can see that I've already created the search component. Now in the search component, you can see that we have the CSS file, the HTML file, and also the TypeScript file, which are the important files of a component. What we're going to do in this part, since we don't have real data, we're just going to work with the HTML file. Now the view that you saw on the final version of the app was just a simple table. So if you want, you can just create your own table, or you can just navigate to Bootstrap and search for a table component. I'll personally just go to Bootstrap page and then here go to Docs and then search for tables. So we have the table section. And then down here you can see that you have a default table, and for you to be able to use a Bootstrap table, all you need to do is create just a default table and then use the class table. And if you want to modify the initial or the default design of a Bootstrap table, you can just scroll down in here for some more design ideas. Like for example, if you want to have a table that has the warning color, you can just use table warning. Or if you want to have a dark one, so a black one, you can just type in here table dark. Let us scroll down some more. If you want to have, for example, a table that has the strip version, you can see that the first one is gray, the other one is white, the other one is gray. You can just use the table, and then after the table you can add the table stripped class. Let us just scroll up in here. I'm just going to use the default one, which is the first one, copy, and then go to Visual Studio Code. In here I'm going to collapse the Explorer and then just remove the existing code and then paste the table in here. Now let us start from the top. In here we could see that we had an H1 tag. So for that, I'll just type in here H1 and then results for the movie title. And I'll define the movie title on the TypeScript file. Then here I'll just type movie title, example movie. Then save the changes here, go to the HTML file. And then here I'll just type movie title. After the H1, we could see that we had an HR, so a horizontal line. And then down here, we're going to have the table. Now, first of all, in here, if you don't want to use the default design, you can always just come in here and type table and then stripped. And now let us modify the table column. So we had, in the first column, we had the numbers. Then we had the cover. And then after the cover, we had the title, the description, and then at the end we had the actions column. Now in here on the table rows we are going to define the table header and the TDs. So let us start with the number, and the number is already in here, it's 1. Then we have the cover. So in the cover we could see that we had an image. So for that I'll just create an img tag, which is for images. Let us define the source. So we have in here the assets and then images and then card image PNG. Let us define in here a width of 100, so we have a small image. And then let us move to the next part. In here we have now the title. So let's type in here movie 1 title. And then we are going to have the movie description. This is a short description for movie. So basically movie 1 title. And then after the movie title, we have the action buttons. So I'll just create in here another TD. And you could see that the buttons were one for the trailer. So I'll just create an A tag. I'll remove the href. I'll add in here btn and then btn warning class. And then the name is going to be the trailer. We could see that in front of the trailer, we had an icon. So for that icon, I'll just type in here I and then class bi film. This was the icon of that button. And now let us create the second button. So I'll just copy paste this one, simply change in here the BT warning to be BT primary. So the button color is updated, and then change the icon in here from fill to be the I icon. And also change this one in here to be the details. Now I'll just remove the other TRs, but if I want to have two, I can just copy what I currently have in here and then paste it down here. Just change the row in here from 1 to 2, and then change the movie title to be movie 2 title, and in here movie 2 title as well. Now in here let us save the changes, but before we go to the app, I'll just go to the Explorer, and then in here I'll just go to the app.component.html, and in the container, instead of loading the app details, I'm going to load the app search component. So app and then search. Now let us save the changes in here and go to the app. So now in the app, you can see that in here I have the results for example movie. We have the numbers 1, 2, we have the cover, we have the title, the description, and also the actions column. Now we have not added yet the search option. So like you need to type in here, then click search, and then you'll be redirected to this page, because we have not talked about the navigation using routing. Whenever we update our app, so it also has navigation or it also has routing, then we are going to come to this section again. We are going to update the search functionality in here, and we are going to also add redirection capabilities to the buttons like details, etc.